They said reform it. Doesn't work because now the Department of Education still exists, spending more money than it ever has of our taxpayer dollars on a matter that the federal government should have nothing to do with. That's local education. So my approach is to actually take a lot of these agencies and shut them down where they should no longer exist. Take that $80 billion, send it back to parents across this country so that, and this is the part that addresses your question, every parent, whether they're here or if they move to Chicago or anywhere else, has true educational mobility for their children. So let's say you're that parent, and then you show up and say, oh, they want to put you back in 3rd grade. Well, I'm not going to your school just because I chose to buy my house here, because I am economically empowered with the $80 billion that the federal bureaucracy was previously spending through the Department of Education. We shut that down, put that money in the hands of parents across this country to send their kids to wherever they want to go to school. You're going to find a different school within the 30-mile radius of Chicago that will say that he's going to be in 4th grade right where he left off when he left Hampton, New Hampshire. So competition is the true answer here. We don't have it. We have a broken system. It's the civil rights issue of our time, I believe, that kids are trapped in the ghetto of the zip code they're born in. That's wrong. I'm also a fan of this thing we call math. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through some math here. The schools that spend the most money per student today are also the schools that deliver the poorest result per student. So I'm a business guy. I don't come from the world of politics. That to me is an opportunity. What's the opportunity here? I'll give you specific numbers in New York City. They spend $40,000 per student per year in the bad schools, but good ones will spend $20,000, $15,000 per student per year. So if a parent is moving their kid from the bad school to the good one, they're moving to a school that spends less money per student. I think the parent should be able to, in that case, take half of that difference with them. So let's do the math on that. $40,000 in the bad school, $20,000 in the good school. That difference is $20,000. Half that difference is $10,000. Put it in the account of that kid. Not only is that kid getting a better education, if that's just invested according to normal returns, and every year that kid gets that extra increment in their bank account, that kid's graduating with a $250,000 graduation gift when he graduates from college. It's not even close which is a better use of money. But the first step to getting there is taking that $80 billion, wasted at the federal level, a federal Department of Education that's telling local schools you don't get that money unless you adopt toxic racial and gender ideologies. That's where it's coming from. The federal government says you don't get their money unless you do that. No, we have to shut that beast down. You have to slay the Leviathan. And that is not an incremental approach. You're right about that. If you want incrementalism, I think there's plenty of other candidates that will offer that. But my view is we have a 4th branch of government that is unconstitutional. The correct answer is shut it down and give the power and the money back to the people. Thank you, Nancy.
Parent to spend all of that money on education.
The parent would have to spend all the money on the education. That's right. That is specifically for the realm of education. That's exactly the answer. So it funds the otherwise underfunded gap that you have in school choice programs across this country. That's exactly how it would work, specifically for education. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it.